Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we are really getting into the weeds of World Wrestling Entertainment, specifically Friday Night SmackDown, hashtag 1364.
That's right. Live September 12th, 2025 from Norfolk, Virginia, the Scope Arena.
And we've sifted through, well, quite a bit, reports, notes, analysis to bring you the core insights from a pretty wild night.
It absolutely was a night for the, about 8,500 fans there. Our mission really is to unpack those surprising returns, the intense rivalries, championship shifts.
Yeah, figure out why it all matters.
Exactly. Pull out what's crucial and, set the stage for what might be coming next in the WWE universe. It's always moving.
Absolutely. We want to go beyond just the result, look at the strategy, the character arcs, the ripple effects. So yeah, get ready. Action, alliances, chaos, it's all here. Okay, so the show, it kind of kicked off with this palpable buzz. You had major stars arriving. Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill.
Building the anticipation right away.
Definitely. But then the real fireworks started when Brock Lesnar, the Beast, made his way to the ring. Looked like he was set for a promo.
And what's fascinating right off the bat is that reaction he got. Really mixed. You hear the cheers, but then almost immediately,
The "you suck" chants, loud and clear.
right. And before he even says a word, out comes R-Truth. Now, this is where you have to pause and think, okay, R-Truth confronting Lesnar. Why?
It seems almost insane, doesn't it? Given R-Truth's whole comedic persona, his unique view of reality sometimes, why go face-to-face with Lesnar?
Well, he walks right up, tries talking to the fans, and Lesnar just tells him straight up, shut up.
No patience whatsoever.
Zero. Truth then tries to, welcome Lesnar back, says he isn't scared, wants to defend his brother John Cena, even calls himself Ron Truth.
Ron Truth. Classic.
Classic R-Truth delusion, yeah. But Lesnar, he cuts through it. Get to the point. Where's Cena? Truth doesn't really have an answer, and,
F5. Just like that.
brutal. A definitive statement. He just laid him out.
So, taking out R-Truth like that, it wasn't just random violence, was it? What's the message there?
Oh, absolutely not random. It shatters any idea that there are safe opponents for Lesnar. He's immediately reestablished himself as this unpredictable force. He doesn't care about the pecking order, comedy acts, main eventers.
He just destroys whoever's in front of him.
Exactly. It sends a ripple effect, right? Makes everyone wonder, who's next? Is anyone safe? It resets the power dynamic instantly. He's operating entirely on his own terms.
Okay, so from Lesnar's explosive return, let's shift to the United States Championship picture. We saw Sami Zayn backstage.
Right. He was talking to someone off screen about his open challenge. Sounded genuinely excited about the matchup.
And we find out pretty quick it's Rey Fenix he's talking to.
Which is a great choice. Sami's open challenge, it's such a smart way to, first, give guys like Phoenix a spotlight, but also to cement Sami's own image.
As a fighting champion.
Precisely. He's willing to take on anyone, earning that crowd respect. And Phoenix. You know that's going to be a high-energy match.
And it absolutely was. What a contest. Sami Zayn gets the win, keeps the title, pinfall after the Heliva kick.
His running boot in corner, yeah.
Clocked in just shy of 16 minutes. Really impressive defense.
Yeah.
But the story around that U.S. title, it was far from over.
Oh, not even close. Because then we got that vignette from Solo Sikoa, and this was, pretty powerful stuff.
He talked about his recent, what do you call it, negative trajectory.
Yeah, negative trend. Losing his place in the bloodline, losing the Ula Fala, that Samoan necklace, a symbol of leadership, remember?
And losing the U.S. title itself.
Right. And this is crucial. By referencing all that, especially the Ula Fala, Solo's not just playing the heavy anymore. He's positioning himself as a leader, maybe the leader, separate from Roman Reigns.
Setting up his own legacy. A potentially more ruthless one.
That's exactly how it feels. His vow to reclaim everything, to make the roster live in his shadow, that's a major declaration. It's dark, it's personal.
And it puts Sami Zayn directly in his crosshairs.
Directly. It makes Sami's reign feel incredibly precarious. Solo isn't just coming for the belt. He seems to be coming for dominance, for what he sees as his birthright. And he's doing it for himself now.
And just to pile on Sami, later on, after that great win over Phoenix, he gets interrupted again.
Right. Carmelo Hayes comes out, feels he deserves a shot.
And Sami, being Sami, he accepts.
But then The Miz runs down furious because he thinks Melo stole his opportunity.
So Sami's open challenge. It's like you said, it's not just opening a door, it's unleashing a flood. How does he even manage this? So many people coming at him.
It's a fascinating spot for him, isn't it? The open challenge built him up, showed his fighting spirit, but now with all these challengers, Melo, a hungry rising star, Miz, the crafty veteran, Solo lurking, it almost risks making him look like he's just surviving week to week, not dominating.
Psychologically, that's got to be draining.
Immensely. And physically, too. It could be a strategy, you know? Wear him down through sheer numbers until someone finally takes the title, maybe not even by being better, just by catching him at the wrong moment. It adds real depth to his championship run, tests his resilience.
Okay, let's switch to the women's division. Just as much going on there, maybe even more complex with the alliances shifting. It started with that video clip.
Yeah, BFAB and Julia having words backstage. Julia and Kiana James basically challenging BFAB.
And this is happening while BFAB's already got drama brewing with the Street Profits, right? Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford seem to be having issues.
Exactly. It shows how interconnected everything is. Personal issues, faction loyalties, professional rivalries, all bleeding into each other.
And then that Wyatt Six vignette layered on top of it.
Right, with Bo Dallas questioning the Prophet's path, saying they wasted chances, and Eric Rowan adding that bit about people not appreciating things until they're gone.
Gives BFAB's situation even more weight. She's caught right in the middle of all these tensions.
And it spills over immediately. BFAB heads to the ring, and bam! Julia and Kiana jump her.
Vicious attack. Julia hits the arrivederci.
Her GTH finisher, yeah. Look bad.
Really bad. But then Mitchin makes the save, comes out swinging a kendo stick.
Which is a clear sign, right?
Yeah,
Tensions are boiling over, not just one-on-one, but in the tag scene, too. It makes you wonder who's going to align with who next.
Definitely. And speaking of high stakes, the WWE Women's Championship match. Tiffany Stratton defending against Jade Cargill.
Huge matchup. But it ends, maybe unsatisfyingly for them, a double countout after about 11 minutes.
Yeah, neither woman gets pinned or submits. They just keep fighting outside.
Which often happens with these finishes, right? It just fuels the fire. They keep brawling at ringside until Nia Jax shows up.
And just lays out both of them, asserting her dominance.
Okay, so let's break that down. The double countout protects both Tiffany and Jade, keeps them strong, sets up a likely rematch.
But then Nia Jax just bulldozes her way into the picture.
Exactly. It's a classic WWE move. Avoid a clean finish, keep the rivalry hot, and inject a powerful new contender. Nia isn't asking for a shot, she's taking it. Basically declaring herself above the current champ and challenger. Creates instant drama and a three-way threat, potentially.
And the women's division action didn't stop there. We had Chelsea Green going to see GM Nick Aldis.
Right, in his office, demanding a women's tag team title shot for her and Alba Fire. Very Chelsea Green.
And Aldis.
Yeah.
He grants it. Against the winners of another match.
Yeah, winners of Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus the culling that's Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley.
Wow. So much movement across the board.
It's a smart play by Aldis, actually. Making them challenge the winners adds layers. It guarantees the eventual champions have gone through a serious gauntlet, and it puts a bigger spotlight on those tag titles, making them feel really sought after by multiple top teams and factions. Good for the division's depth.
Okay, elsewhere on the show, we got a promo from Aleister Black. Still reflecting on beating Damian Priest.
And it was pretty chilling, wasn't it? Saying Priest can keep fighting, but death awaits him if he stays on this path.
Very ominous.
It adds that psychological warfare layer that Black does so well. It's not just about pins or submissions. It's about breaking the opponent mentally, playing on Priest's whole internal conflict, the darkness surrounding him. Black's threatening more than just a loss. It's like an existential threat.
And speaking of high stakes and intensity, the big singles match. Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton.
Two veterans going at it. Great match.
Really physical. Went over 17 minutes. And Drew McIntyre gets the win. Pinfall after the Claymore kick.
Huge win for Drew. But what stood out was what happened after the bell.
Right. He wasn't satisfied. He wanted to put Orton through the announce table.
That's pure aggression. It fits his current character, totally focused on his mission, almost ruthless, disregarding any sportsmanship, just wants to inflict pain and make a statement.
And just as he's about to do it,
Cody Rhodes rushes down to the ring.
Saves Orton, but it immediately turns into a brawl between Cody and Drew.
So it's not just a save, it ignites this massive new feud right there.
And this is where it got really intense.
Yeah.
Cody hits the Cody cutter on McIntyre in the middle of all that chaos.
Springboard cutter, yeah.
Grabs a mic and just lays it out there. I'll see ya at Wrestlepalooza.
Boom. What a way to end the show. Talk about setting up a main event.
What does that mean, though? Cody stepping right up to Drew, especially after Drew just beat Orton.
Strategically, it's brilliant. Drew had just taken out a legend, looking incredibly dominant. Cody intervening isn't just playing hero, it's him confronting the biggest, most dangerous threat on the roster head-on.
He's not backing down.
Not at all. He's positioning himself as the guy willing to face the man no one else wants to face. It immediately sets up this huge, personal, high-stakes clash for WrestlePalooza. Good versus, well, this incredibly driven, almost dark ambition of McIntyre's. It's going to shape the main event scene for sure.
Before that huge ending, though, there was also that segment from Las Vegas. Site of the next Worlds Collide. Rey Mysterio was there.
Right, doing an interview, and then his son, Dominic, interrupts him, as usual.
But Dominic seemed particularly intense this time, vowing to win the AAA Mega Championship.
And become the king of Lucha Libre. And he made sure to point out, didn't he, that it's a title his father, Rey, never actually held.
Ouch. That's gotta sting.
It's pure Dominic, always trying to escape Rey's shadow, or maybe obliterate it. Targeting that specific title, the King of Lucha Libre, isn't just about the gold. It's a direct shot at his father's legacy, his identity in the lucha world.
Undermining everything Rey stands for.
Exactly. It's a deep personal challenge.
And Rey's reaction was interesting. He promised Dom he'd put the belt around his face himself if he wins.
That adds such a complex layer, doesn't it? Is it a father desperately trying to connect, showing support even though his son hates him?
Or is it setting Dom up for humiliation if he fails?
Or maybe, if Dom does win, it's this incredibly twisted moment of validation. It raises the emotional stakes so much higher. The title becomes a symbol of their whole messed up relationship. It's like Rey saying, go on then, prove it, but still holding on to that sliver of fatherly hope.
Man, what a night. SmackDown really delivered. You had Lesnar's brutal return, Sami Zayn fighting off seemingly everyone.
The women's division absolutely on fire with title fights, new threats, shifting alliances.
And then ending with that massive WrestlePalooza challenge from Cody Rhodes to Drew McIntyre. This deep dive really shows how layered WWE storytelling can get.
Absolutely. This episode, SmackDown #1364, it perfectly highlighted how everything evolves. The rivalries, the title pictures, the characters, every single segment, match, promo. It all felt like a piece clicking into a larger puzzle.
Setting up future conflict.
Exactly. It's not just about who won or lost that night. It's about how those results reshape the entire landscape moving forward. It forces everyone to react, to adapt.
So here's something to think about, maybe chew on. In this world where fortunes change overnight, what really makes someone a champion? Is it just holding the gold? Or is it something deeper, like that relentless drive to get back what you lost?
You look at Solo Sikoa's vow.
Or Dominic Mysterio wanted to carve out his own kingdom separate from his father.
Or even Sami Zayn, just constantly weathering the storm, facing challenger after challenger.
It's a question that kind of echoes through all these stories, doesn't it? That drive, that
Even.
will. It fuels so much of the action we saw. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive. If you enjoyed this look into the chaos and drama of WWE,
We hope you did.
please do us a favor. Like this, leave a comment, let us know what you thought, and definitely subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive into the stories that capture our attention.